In the previous video, we created a basic nopCommerce plugin, but real world required a database integrations, admin settings, and proper architectures. In this video, I will show you how to build a production ready plugin step by step. By the end of this video, you will have a plugins that store data in database, including all the admin settings. Hi, I am Pankaj. On this channel, I will share a real world nopCommerce and .NET Core development experience. So let's build a professional plugins. Before going to the code, let's give you some ideas about the plugins. Uh, the production ready plugins is something like store a data in database, follow the clean architectures, use a dependency injections, including admin configurations. This will be a real world and actual ready productions plugins will be there. So let's move to the Visual Studio Code that's we will build in the last video plugins. On that, we just add some database structures and do that. Yeah. So here is Visual Studio Code that's we built in last videos. That is a homepage test will be there. That is very simple plugins. Let's continue on this. We will add some fields that will be required. Uh, The definitions of these plugins, let's be clear, will be there. We will store some data on the database, and based on that, we will call that data on the homepage top. So let's start. Firstly, I will be showing you like how the build the nopCommerce plugin structures will be there. We will follow the same architectures of the nopCommerce. So suppose here we have a nop.core and under that it is a domains folders will be there. So if we require to create a new tables, we will create a domain folders over here. Let's do that. A domain folder. Inside the domain folders, we will do add a new class file. Let's say we can say home page data. Simple. We will add a class inside the domain. The class is generated. We will create a public class. Also, I will show you like how it will be one by one in that. So this is a homepage data will be there. We will be following some any of the structures will be there. So let's do with the category or products will be, or we can show with the categories. Okay. So here this will be a base entity is required to inheritance. So we can put over here to base entity will be inherited, and inside that we will put our fields that we will require. So let's build. ID is not required because in the base entity, the ID is there. So it is a predefined once we have base entities will be there. The next we can show that a public string uh, display text that will be a get set. Then public string title, you can say here it is get set. Then we can show a public active. We can put a public boolean and is active. Okay, so these are three fields that's we will be putting. The unnecessary using is not required, so we can remove this. So this is created for the tables will be there. Now, as per the nopCommerce architecture, I will be sharing in the first video. The second part is mappings. Like we have a data mappings. Under that, it will be built, and the catalogs mappings will be here. So we can say it as category builders will be there, and inside that it will be showing whatever we need to be mapped to that particular fields. So let's create the same builders. So it will be a migrations will be happens once you have the mappers will be there. So we can create the same other things will be there. We can follow the same structures. Here is the mappings will be there. So we can create just a simple folders over here. Add some new folders. Let's do that. Is a mapping we can do here is the see the category mappings will be there. Our class is homepage data, so we can do such like this. Add new items for homepage data, homepage data mapping. Okay, this is the class will be there. You can also say like homepage builder or mappings, whatever you need. If we have followed the same structures, so it will be better that we can use inside the mappings homepage data builders. That will be a good options to that. So it will be a homepage data builders. After that, we can just follow the reference of the category builders. It will be a no base entity builders will be there. We can put the inheritance of that. Other than this, it is not required. So we can remove this. Okay. And here we need a homepage data. So we can just follow the same architectures of the nopCommerce. Okay. So here is a public class. It will be good enough for that. Then after the mapping entity is required, so it will be overrides will be there. You can just copy any of them. Here you can put it over here, and the categories will be there. So here is homepage data. We can put it over here, set the limits of the display text. Then after homepage category, title, and it's a boolean. Okay, so it's as active. As active is not required, but we can set as a string, not nullables. Title is not nullables, and is actives we cannot require as a tables will be there. Modifications like display text, we have a 400 will be there, and here we can set a 100 too. And this all are not nullables. We can set the title as well, and both are the not nullable fields. That's we can show. So this is mappers will be done for that. Mappers is also finished. Now we follow the others one. Now this the migrations for up is required for that. So let's do one things. Here we can show that is a migrations file will be there and all the migrations over here. So we can do such things based on that. So let's do to create a migrations folders in our plugin. Mapping is done. Next one is like add new folders and migrations. Yeah, so our migration folder is created. Let's do one the files inside the migrations that we can add a class will be there. That is a home page data migration. I G okay, migrations. So migrations file is added. Now it is with interval. We need to be just to start with public class, and here we need to inheritance migration base that will be Fluent migrations. Page migration is added. Now let's add a property that will be a nop migration. Okay, nop migration has a property with date times will be there, descriptions, and the third one is migration time. That will be migration process types, and it will be update. Okay, so like if any of the plugins will be update, it will be updates will be there. Date has a specific format that you need to be added. So let's add a date like 2024 20 is today's date and 28. Then after we set the timing of that 04 colon 31 uh, 31 column 12, and this is a homepage test plugin. So this is the migration attributes that we will be added. Unnecessary usings we will be remove it. Okay, so this is all about that. The properties will be added. Now it will be required two methods that will be inherited with that. You can implement over here, like one is the down and one is the uppers will be there. So two methods will be available. Okay, and if we don't want to do nothing's to do as of now in the down, that's the down is one set to be uninstalled. In the say that nothing we can do in the down, but in the ups we have will be doing the things. This up methods is ready. Now we can firstly check if the data base is installed or not. So here is data setting manager dot is db installed. Okay, so this one is db installed. This methods will be written as a true and false. If DB is not installed, we can just simply returns because the database is not ready. We do not do anything on this. Next, we will check the table is exist. If not, we will create a table. So say, just check if schema dot table and here is exist. If not exist, then we will create it. Okay. So the tables is required, like the name of the tables. So we can check. So inside the tables, we can check name compatibility manager dot get table name. Here we will be put the tables entity names will be there. We will be put our entity names, and here we can check type of. That will be check the name compatibility of the database, and thus will be checking the name is exist methods. So this is just checking. Now we will check if the table is not exist, then tables will be created. So it's a create dot table 4 and the names is the same as entity. So it will be going to the 7 tables creations will be there. So this will be once the tables is created. We can do with that. This is not safe side, but if the down methods we can use if we have an uninstall, we can remove the tables for that. But as of now, let's stay with this. So the migration is done. We can say that all are all okay with the migrations. Now with the next methods, as we have as I showed you in the previous methods will be there. The first one is core, then after is data migrations that will be comes up based on that, and then after the service. So let's do one things will be there inside the plugins. We will be create a service folder, add new folder, services will be there. Now we will be putting a new services inside the services folder. That will be a new class. Once we can say put interface I homepage data service. That will be called as interface. Now the next one we can add it a new I homepage data service. Okay, so this one is added. This one is public class. That's enough. This is interface. This is interface. Class is not required. You can put a public interface. That is all okay. This interface will be inherited with here. So this all okay. Now we will be putting here's for interface methods. What methods will be required? First, we need to be create homepage data will be there. So that will be a task. Just there is no return type, so it will be wait, but we can say insert homepage data. That's enough for that. Homepage data will be passing the home page variables with home page data. Okay, the next one is task update home page data. So we can put it over here. The same methods will be update home page data. So that is done. Now we can say delete home page data. It's by ID, or we can put the same as the entire objects to delete it over here. That is all enough. Next one is get task homepage, get homepage by ID. This will be a get methods. Another task, we can say I page list. We can such like this I page list will be there. Inside this page list will be passing a homepage data will be returning. It will be a get all homepage data. Okay, this is all get. This is the methods that's all homepage data will be there. We can add a parameters for the filters like a string, filter with title, then after integer, uh, page index, default is 0, page index default is 0, integer, page size, then page size, we can put it integer max, by defaults will be there, max value. So this will be enough for paginations. Let's remove this unnecessary used will be there. We can go to the home page service. Here we need to be implemented. Once we have click over here, it will be all implemented. Task will be over here. We just need to be add a methods over here. Now let's do one things. Here we can have put the proper structures of that. Here first region fields and region. Second region is C2R and region. The third region is methods. That is all over here. You can put it on and regions. Here we can put a C2Rs. That will be a constructor. Now we will be put over here for the entities. Okay. So let's just follow the category. Whenever you have to build any kind of language, we can just follow any of the default nopCommerce will be there. We have to add a repository over here. Our data service repository is look like this one. We can put it over here. This one repositories will be now repository registration inside. This will be repository initialization. This is enough. This repository is initialized. Now this will be a delete. So dot we can say repository dot delete async and the data. And here we can put await. Await async methods will be generated. The second one, let's first do the insert. The same things we can put await underscore homepage repository insert async and the data. The same as for update dot underscore homepage dot update async and the data. Okay, so this will be a insert update. Our deletes will be done with that. Let's this delete method put it over here. So it will be a code structures like insert, update, and delete. And here is the list. Okay, so let's do here. We will be do Now we will be implemented over here. Await underscore on page data dot get by id async. That is a pre-built methods. We can just pass. Here it is put requires to integer because id is an integer. That is a mistake from my side. That's we need to corrections in the here as well. Integer id is required, so we are passing integer id, and here we needs to be written. Okay, so this will be enough for us. The id is returning. Now the get all data. Now let's apply the filters with the data where home page data equals to underscore repository dot get all async. We can start with async query and write a query builds over here. Firstly, we will be under this, so we'll be just writing a query. Written a query. Okay, so this queries will be written as usual. Now we will be at the filters based on that, like an async. Now we will be write a code inside the query that lets be query equals to query dot where x dot, you can say x dot x titles, we are be filtering on that equals to or less contains, so we can filters by the titles itself that's we passed. So this will be filters is generated, and now it's all okay. Now we can go that here we will be all okay, and here we can add another parameters like query to just get all active data only. So let's put one another parameters over here. That's we can pass a boolean is show hidden. Is show hidden by default we can pass as false parameters. So let's just copy this one to here to here. This will be just passing a default parameter. So let's do the query the same as over here. Firstly, we can check is show hidden is true. That means is not true. Like is show hidden is false. That means we cannot show the hidden value. If show hidden will be true, then will be so each show hidden will be true. If show hidden will be true, then we can put over a query that's where is active equals to true. Okay. So here is show hidden. That means we can show a hide value is active false. We get show all hiddens will be there. So if is we are passing show hidden true, that means we can show all data will be there. But if show hidden is false, that means hidden value will not show. Okay. So here is show hidden will be a true. That means is show hidden. That means we can show the hide value as well. So if we want to be not any filters, if this is a true, then there is no filters. If it is a false, then there is a filters that we can show a hidden value as well. Okay. So this is enough. We have a get all will be there. Now the query is ready. Now we need to data returning based on the page. So return new page list. What is inside the page list? So this one, and here is the parameter. The first parameter is source. So this is the source. Next one is page index will be there. Here we have a parameters, and the next one is page size. So this will be a source of our objects as well. This is inside a vet will be there, so we can put just in a wait. Okay, so this is the method is ready. We have a short pagination. Based on that, all are ready. The methods is ready, services is ready, all these things. Now we can put it over here, going to inside our plugin. So domain is ready, mapping is ready, migration is ready, and services is ready. Now we can put inside over here the controllers, methods will be there. So let's put a controller firstly, or we can also put a models. Let's start with the models. Create a class, same as uh, home page data model. Okay, okay, the file is created. Now this need to be inherited with base not entity model. This is required a record, so it will be inherited with this. Okay, now we will need to be put whatever we have to inside in our entity. So here we will be create a domain. So this is all okay. Domains here, domain page, and this will be our properties will be there. We can just put it all properties will be there. If it is not required, like suppose we will be put created date and updated dates will be there. That will be not required to over here. So this base entity model is ready. Before going to any others, let's create another class that's called a homepage homepage data homepage data list model. That is the list models that will be created. Okay, so let's do this is also a record, so this will be homepage data list models. Okay, this model is created. Now this is a public. We can inheritance with page list model, and inside that our models will be there. So this is enough for that. There is nothing to require inside this. All will be okay. Remove unnecessary usings. Okay, so this model is ready. Now just to be verified, page model is ready, and this will be missing for here is a public. This will be a public also will be there. Let's just to be verify all of them. Now let's do a controller. Like we can put a class that will be a home page data controller. So this one be a public class controller. Similar to do this, we can just go to the admin area, just collapse model, controllers. You can show over here a category controller. And here is you can see inherited with the base admin controller. Let's do the same way, base admin controller. So this will be inheritance. The same way, region, firstly fields and region. Then after region is C2R. Then after it will be methods. And it will be end region. Let's create a controller. Okay, here we need to be called as services. So it will be a private read only. I can say I homepage data service, that is in our plugin. You can see the plugin reference nop.homepage service will be there. That will be over here. Now semicolons is there. We can put it on I homepage service also over here, and this will be initialization. Okay, so this is for this. Now we can create all the methods. Let's build a methods for create, update, or delete. That will be a public virtual async method. There is a task result, action result, the action result, and its create. We can just do a model with new. Its name is homepage data model, and its return view. So this is enough for create methods to do this. There is no any logics will be there, so we can also remove the async method as well. But let's stay with this. Now we can just copy the same methods over here for the post. We can put it over here first, and this will be a parameter for homepage data model. Not just services, sorry, homepage data as a model. I need a model will be there, not an entity but model. Okay, that's why we are properly giving a name, whatever the models, what are the entities, and everything will be there. Now, where homepage model equals to that models dot, we have a two entities, we can set it over here, and it's a two entities, and the entity is our homepage data, that is our entity. It will automatically map us with all our entity like model to entities. And now we are calling the service underscore homepage service dot insert homepage data. Insert is a homepage model. Okay, so here we just need to be put await. This is inserted will be there. Before that, we are checking the model states dot is valid. If model state is valid, then it will be over here. Otherwise, it's written with view models based on the home page. It will be returning that. The next one is that if it is updated, then let's will be redirect return redirect redirect to actions. We can say as index. So once it is saved, it will be returning to index. So here is the action methods. We will be redirect to index. Now let's create index methods over here. It will be a public virtual action result index. We can just return view just for the index. Okay, but once we have putting an index, we will be call the data through the JavaScript in uh, list method. So we'll create it for that virtual async virtual async task, action result, action result, and the list. And let's this one is HTTP post. So the list model is ready. Now for the list model searchings, we need to be create another models that will be a search. So let's create on page data search model. This is a search model. It will be a record. Okay, the model is ready. Now it will be a base search models with inheritance. And here we have just one public string. What will be passing? The title. Okay, that will be only spell it out. Okay, so this is a search models. This is ready. Now this model is used over here. That will be a passing the parameters to the search models. Whatever the fields is required, as of now it is a title, but you can also add like a description, active, inactive, all will be there. Now let's do the filters will be there. We are passing the data from here to service. Here is the data. We can call the service homepage service dot get all homepage data. Here is the parameter. We need to be pass a title that is coming from here. So this one is okay. Dot title passing over here. The only one parameters to do this. The data will be filtered out from the service. Now we are preparing a model that will be returning a list. That's we will be create a list model over here. That's list models. We just create a new one. Models will be there. This models will need to be prepared for us. So let's do the preparation for the list model. Like this will be prepare a page grid. This is async, so we can put it at await. The parameter is we are passing over here. This is the parameter. First will be search models will be there. Here we have a search models. Then will be a core that's we are receiving the data. That's data we are passing. Comma. We put the filters and this will be a filters for us. First we will be returning what we need to be written. So returns data dot here we show the result. That means we are missing over here the awaits will be there. Data dot select await. Here we can put suppose here is we can let's see data. Here we have returning the data. Here individual map data. We can put async data of and here is the query builders. Now inside this we have just put a mapping like this one is models equals to not say the model entity data. No, it's a model data, sorry. Model equals to we have an entity data dot two models. Model is that we have a data search model. So inside that we need to be pass a models and this will be a converter. Now the models will be written. So that's why here all the data will be there. Now we can just put it over here the data. Okay, so the method is ready. Now we are checking what was the issues. Here we can say the preparation pass model to display grid over here. So let's check the methods over here. This one is an issues over here. This will be required data models on the list. And here is model is required. It is all okay. Now we can just return, and this will become calling from the JSON. So we can say return JSONs, and the JSONs will have a model. So this all are okay. Okay, all method is okay. The list has gotten some errors. We can check. This one is not accessible with public. Let's do with the public. Okay, the list will be resolved. As of now, list will be returning the data. So now we have a create methods, we have create post, and the list methods with the index, and here we are redirecting to index as well. Now let's do the same things for the edit will be there. Here is edit methods. In the edits, we are passing integer ID. That will be a first thing where we can get the data first. So home page data equals to underscore service we will get by id, get home page data by id. So this one is home page data. We can check if this is not equals to null, then we move forward, otherwise it will be redirect to index. Okay, so if data is not exist, then we will be prepare a model equals to homepage data dot to model. Is data dot, sorry, it is results, it's required await. Now it will be a two models will be prepared over here, and it will be written with the model. So this will be for edit. Now let's do the same for edit post. Edit post has passing a model data. So here we are passing with model data. This is the methods. We can put it here, HTTP post. HTTP post. That is enough. Now methods is ready. Now firstly we will check where data, homepage data equals to underscore homepage service, get homepage data, that is a ID. It will be coming from homepage models.id, and this one required await homepage model. That is okay. If it is null, if homepage data is equals to null, then we need to return redirect. Return redirect to action. We can go to the index. Now we can check if model state is valid, then we are putting that. If model state is not valid, we are putting return to edit page again. Now we will be put entity home page data equals to home page model dot to entity, and that entity name is home page data. So this will become a entity, and we are passing over here underscore homepage service dot update homepage data. That will be async method. So these all are ready with that code. We have edit and edit post will be. So all will be over here. Now we just have a last method that is for delete. So let's create a delete methods, copy this line. So it will be saved over time. This delete method is, we can say, post method is good, delete. Firstly, we are getting the data where home page data equals to get service dot get ID. Based on ID, we are getting this. If this one is null, if this one is null, it will be written redirect to index. If it is not null, then we are calling the service dot delete home page data, and this we are passing. This is with methods and return redirect to index and return redirect to index. So this one is delete is ready. Okay, now all the controller methods is ready. Now we are moving for the view pages. So creating the view pages, let's copy the name, home page data. Inside the view folders, we will create a new folder that is the home page data. And for that, we will create four new files that will be a create, edit, list, and create, edit, list, and the creator updates will be there. We just copy this one. We will put inside over here. Let's put this way, like remove all of them from here. This will be empty. Also creates will do empty, and creator updates. Let's put all this file is empty as of now. Let's start with the view. For time saving, I have already written the code for view. I will explain you. What about this? This one is not yet. Edit, and this one is our list view will be there. You can. I'll explain you what was in all of them. Views will be there. We can put it. Add buttons will be there. Search is based on the search. What's the titles will be searched over here. The most important part is what we have called on the list view. There will be a filter parameters. We have passing a table, a grid name, and the list method. As you see, we have a controller. Controller we have a post as a list method, and the search model is passed. Here is our search data will be. Here is the list and the controller name. The data we are passing to the filters with the titles. The display columns will be there. Like we have the columns will be titles and each actives we will be showing. And once it will be redirect for that, like where it will be redirects once we have edit the page. Okay, so it will be the redirection is this one. Now we are copying for this for the create. So let's do a create page. Let's copy all of them first. Then I will be explain you about all of these pages. And this one is edit pages. This one. Okay, so let's all our view pages are ready. View pages is just let's create start with the create. The creates models will be there. Here's we are passing the models. Our controller is homepage data controller. Homepage data controller is returning always. Models will be there. Let's put starting with the homepage data models. It will be edit on that page. The action method and the controllers will be there from page. And once we have to back to the list as well as action methods, save data and delete on the action methods. Now it will be called the create or update models. Okay, so all will be good with that. That's just an ID. We need to put all over here. It's a category, not delete. This one is the models. Okay, so here all will be good. things change on that. Now going to the getter, create will be there. Create has a models that will be written for the home page. The same as it will be calling the controllers back, and the data will be there. On the list page, here we have getting a home page search data. It will be getting a list, and based on the list, it will be showing as I explained you this one. Now we are on the page of the create or edit, and these are the three fields that we have to select. So this fields will be all okay. Now we just check the property. If it is copy, do not. We can copy if new year. Let's do following with that as well. You copy if newer, copy if newer. Uh, we can make it copy it always, copy it always, copy it always, and make copy it always. Okay, we'll select all of them. So once the plugin is built, it will be copied to them. Now the view pages are ready, controller is ready, service is ready. Now on the component page, we want to show the data. So let's data how it will be showing for the front end. So if we want to show the data on front end, like a title, let's see what what we need to do. Let's prepare a display data. Instead of that, we are calling over here. First, let's initialize the service. Private read only I home page data service, that will be on the test plugin, and this one is good. Now we are in I home page service and home page service. We are putting this one is home page service. This is good. Now we are getting the data where home page data equals to home page service dot get all home page data. You can put it await. Get all home page data. Here is the parameters. There is no need to be searched, and all other parameters will be required. No request to do this. We have a list. All the list will be over here. Put it there. Let's await is all okay. Now we can put it in for loops over here. Now we will be put it in for loops over here. And we can display a string builder where display data equals to, as of now we can show a comma separators will be there, and as well whatever the table structures is also we can put it on that. Let's do this a string builder. Data dot append line, append line, and page dot title. This all will be append over here, and here we can put to string, and this one is showing the data. So here we can just get all the data, displaying on the loop, string builders, and put it on over here. So these all are ready. Now we are adding infrastructure folders will be there to putting for the startup, and then after we are creating a new class file that's you can call nop startup. So nop startup is created. This one is a public class. Nop startup will be inheritance with I nop startup, that will be an interface, and let's do whatever is need to be generated. We just will be generated as a display orders. So let's say a display orders when this plugins will be loaded, because based on that the inheritance will be there. So let's put a 300 for the display order. It's a loading orders. The orders is 300. Put it on that. Based on that, our plugins dependency will be loaded. Let's configure for the configuration and the configure service as well. No need to put anything on the configuration methods. Now we are just doing on the configuration service. Here is the service collection and I configurations will be there. Let's remove this line and put a service dot add scope. Then put it I home page data service and home page data service. So this will be your dependency injections. Once the startup is loaded, it will be our service will be initialized. Now everything is good. View page is there. Everything will be there. Let's build the plugin. Build is success. Now we can check what we need to be checked. Like under the plugins, our plugin is there. Whatever the plugin is, homepage test. Inside the homepage test, we can show admin area. Admin area has a view, and view has our data, and all view will be there. So plugin is all okay. Plugin is already installed, but there was a migrations will be. Let's run.
Let's do a login. Admin login is done. Let's open this home page data index. Data is empty, nothing will be data. Add new. Let's display one, title one, and active. Save it. It shows in the list, correction, and this one. Click on the edit. Let's title 2. It will be updated. Next one, display 2, title 2, and let's keep inactive. So I got it. What was the issue? Right now whatever is active is showing over here, other is not showing. So let's do a small modifications over here. Once we have a list of data, as we are building a service, I will explain you like why once we have a passing a false over here, it will only shows the data. Like here is passing a false, like by default is not true, then it's only return to true only. So here we need to do need to show a data, all of them. So is show we need to be pass, is show hidden need to be pass true. So hidden value we can pass it. Let's build it. Build is success, and now we are running the code. Let's refresh this page. Now it's showing all the data. If we have filters with title 2, it's only 2 will be there. Here is 1 and ID will be have only reference. Let's see, this one title and ID will be showing over here. So completely plugins will be work, searching, add new, edit, and let's see the delete as well. Here we can add ESF, you can show over here, delete, are you sure you want to delete, and the records will be deleted. here, we can delete it over here, delete, delete, and here if we refresh it, it's just showing 2. Now we can update over here. Title is, suppose I'm putting as Pankaj. Serve it. The title is updated, and here it is Pankaj. If you found this video is helpful to you, please subscribe to this channel. I will continue sharing the advanced nopCommerce development contents. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.